Thank you, Chair. So I'm bringing this motion today against a background of increasing concern among Londoners as more and more people become aware of glyphosate and its widespread use across our city as a weed killer. In November 2017, EU member states narrowly voted to relicense glyphosate for a further 5 years. Due to concerns over its human health and environmental impacts, the relicensing came with a condition that member states minimise the use in public spaces such as parks, playgrounds and gardens. Despite the EU decision, many countries remain very concerned that glyphosate is harming human health and are on their way to banning its use in urban areas. The list includes France, Germany, Italy and Austria. Much of the debate around glyphosate has focused on whether it causes cancer. Independent scientists from around the world largely agree that long-term exposure to glyphosate is harmful to human health. Advice from the World Health Organization, as well as a number of high-profile legal cases, have led people quite rightly to question its continued use in our streets, parks and on estates. Any potential carcinogenic effects linked to glyphosate exposure are obviously of particular concern to staff who carry out spraying as part of their weed control work. And perhaps the most important part of this motion is the need to protect these workers. As I say in the motion, the London Borough of Hammersmith and Fulham has already decided to stop using glyphosate, and prompted by concerns about human health, biodiversity and the leaching of chemicals into the soil, Hackney and Croydon are also currently exploring safer alternatives. Around the world, glyphosate use is banned or restricted in cities and provinces in around 30 countries. In Spain, it's banned in Madrid, Barcelona and Zaragoza. In Belgium, it's banned in Brussels. In Portugal, it's banned in all public spaces. In France, it's banned in many areas and is to be eliminated completely by 2021. In the USA, it's banned in many cities, including Los Angeles, Napa, Miami, Chicago, Minneapolis, Portland, Oregon, Austin, Texas. And in June, Germany's biggest user of glyphosate, the national rail company Deutsche Bahn, announced a ban of the chemical across its whole estate. I hope the Mayor will be receptive to this motion. Thanks to input from Assembly Member Cooper, the London Environment Strategy already includes a commitment to reduce the use of pesticides. Thousands of cities and towns around the world manage perfectly without pesticides, including major cities like Paris and Barcelona, so there is no reason why the same cannot happen in London. The motion calls for a working group to share best practice as boroughs work towards ceasing the spraying of glyphosate. And in the amended version, I've added a rider that deals with the control of invasive species such as Japanese knotweed. In light of the mounting public and occupational health concerns, I urge you to support this motion and ask the Mayor to cease the spraying of glyphosate on GLA land and across the TfL estate, and to call on London boroughs to phase out its use in their weed control operations as soon as is practical. I move the motion.